Hey, garage crew, welcome back to my post-Christmas girlfriend's garage. I'm actually using one of my presents to record you on right now. My parents got me a sweet Bluetooth little tripod thing, so that's cool. I got my phone on it. Just watching a little bit of the Pat McAfee show. Slightly Christmas hungover. Not necessarily from alcohol consumption, but just a lot of running, a lot of family time, which was all awesome. But now we're back here to start back on our Camaro project. I've still got some oil dry on the floor from where I spilled the coolant from the motor. That's done its work. Cleaned everything up, or dried everything up rather, so I'll vacuum that up or sweep it or some combination of the two. I got the motor and trans sitting over there. The heads are in the mail. Let me go like this. Expected delivery by this Saturday, so that's cool. In transit as of this morning, or still in transit. Got my old top end stuff here that I'm going to be saving for the Grand Prix LS4 in the future. Everything's here. Same old, dirt on the floor. Another present. Whoa, that was almost disastrous. Another present from my girlfriend here. I actually cut my teeth on working on late model GMs in the Corvette world. Torque tubes and independent rear suspensions and trans cooler lines and other power steering cooler lines and cooler lines for the cooler lines and vents, brake ducts, all that stuff. So this is same but simpler, which is great. So plans for today. It's already far afternoon. I'm lazy. Slept in. Get this stuff cleaned up. Get it vacuumed. Get the vacuum cleaned up because that's important. And then my long-term goal is to get my LS1 long block rather, up on the stand and then start tearing it down to make it as closely into a short block as I'm going to make it into. I will not be taking the rotating assembly out, but everything off other than that. Cam out, windage tray and crank scraper. Actually, it doesn't have one of those, but I'll be adding one. Windage tray off, oil pan off, oil pump off, entire front drive off, everything off the K-member. Transmission removed and set to the side, and then we'll put the clutch on, yada yada yada. Got my stand over there, or my hoist and my stand. Yeah, so that's kind of the general tentative plans for today. We're, I believe, going out for dinner later. Need to get everything done before that, I guess, but no real rush. Like I said, I'm moving slow today, so yeah, join up with me and we'll keep rocking and rolling here. Do some cleanup and continue on with our motor. And I think once I have it up on the stand and fully stripped, everything taken off, I'm then going to probably take the rear axles out and then go and remove the radiators and clean them off as well. The air conditioning condenser rather, and the radiator for the motor. They both got like some plant fluff in them and leaves and dead dragonflies and etc. etc. So that's kind of the game plan. And once I get those things done and the car kind of fully prepped and everything ready to start doing new fresh stuff, I think that's when we're going to go over all the parts. I'm going to draw up some charts or pull up my documents on my computer maybe and go over what my goals were or goals are, where I started and where I'm planning on ending with, and then we'll do a breakdown of why I chose what I did and maybe even go over some cost analysis, which I'm fully fine with sharing. I'm open to you guys following along with cost. I got nothing to hide as well. Or of course, this is not by any means, I don't know if I've said it before, but a budget build at all. I definitely spent some coin. That being said, I did not throw money around willy-nilly. I took a long time to research my parts. I went with probably 10 different vendors, I think, to try to get the most competitive prices for the parts that I wanted. I'll show you where I splurged a little versus where I could have saved a little. But that goes back and forth as well. I got some suggestions from a very trusted old boss, kind of a mentor of mine at DRM, and he gave me some really good suggestions for parts, which ended up saving me some money, as well as hopefully being easier to work with, better durability, etc., etc. So, yeah, that being said, that episode should be a lot of fun. But first things first, I'm going to clean up this pigsty, post-Christmas hangover. Maybe get a little more Mountain Dew in me. And, excuse me, I guess try to get this aluminum beast on the stand. And, yeah, tune back in with you later. Stay tuned. Woo woo! Hey, garagers, I'm back here. MGG coming at ya. Made some progress since I've seen you last, watching a Johnny Two Cellos video. South Park lore, always fun. Let me turn the camera around here. Whoop! Alright, so the engine gets further along. Lifters and trays are out. The cam position sensor and oil pressure sensor are out. The starter is out. I got the oil level sensor off there. The crank position sensor is still in its place. I have the front drive all the way off, except for the water pump and the balancer. Everything is off down there. The valley cover is still on. I'm going to wait till I get that on the stand so I don't drop anything in it. You can see the cam in there, all happy. I got the nuts off the engine mount bolts, or those clamshell halves there. So what I'm going to do is get my leveler over here and hang this on my crane. And then I will take out all my transmission bolts. Or rather, I'll hang the crane with the leveler. I'll use my head bolts and probably put one here, or one here, one here, one here, or something like that to level it off. And I'll take the tension off of it, zip these bolts out, pull the trans back off the clutch, and then I can take the pressure off of these mounts here, yank these bolts out, and hoist up the motor. And I'll have that off of the trans. I can take the trans cross member off eventually. I'll get, after the K member is free, I'll get my brake rotors, or I'll get my calipers free and the rotors, pull those off. Then I can get the shocks out. And then I can start cleaning stuff. So I'll have to take those off both sides. But then that will be pretty much the end of the disassembly for this, except I obviously got to dig into the motor. Cam will come out. Oil pan will come off. New oil pump, damper, all that stuff. Then I'll install my new shocks eventually, but first there's a lot of cleaning in between. And eventually I'll have to go up in here and pull out my radiator and condenser because they are dirty and need to be cleaned. And then we'll go back over here. This is empty, but we'll pull the cover off. Remove the caliper bolts back here, set the calipers aside, pull the rotors off, get the axles out, and then I think probably what I'm going to do for this suspension is I'll wheel my cart under here and put my little jack up on top of it, and then I can just jack the rear end up and down as I need to get these shocks and springs out, and I can just kind of leave it there while I clean it. And reinstall the new ones. But before I do that, I think I'm going to get the gas tank out. So lots of stuff still to go. But we'll get this guy on the stand. And maybe that'll be it for today. I think the girlfriend is on her way home shortly. So I'll make some space so she can get in the garage. And then I think we are going out with some friends tonight for a kind of a post-Christmas thing. So yeah, so far so good. As always. Well, for the most part. I am going to set the phone down, and that's not good. I'll try out my new tripod here, and I might try a hyperlapse of getting the engine on the stand, but we'll see. Might try that later when I get the bottom end off or something. I don't know. Anyway, keep wrenching. Woo! Tuning back in at you, garagers. As you can see in my girlfriend's garage, we've been making some progress. Got an old Generation 1 small block and a Generation 3 small block. Go Vikes, as always. Skull. That's good sports. Fun channel. So, progress. K-member is free of a motor and a T56. And I got a lot of parts over here. I got trans cross braces, I got bell housings, I got master cylinders, or slave cylinders, I got tail shaft mounts, and I got a T56. Look at that. Ready for cleaning. We got parts in here. We got parts down here. And look at this. This would be scary, but it's all labeled. We got our entire wiring harness for the whole car sitting right here. And the electrical wires for the alternator, starter, and battery. Look at that. Everything is hanging on a hook. Fortunately, it is all labeled. Look at that. Starter motor. O2 exhaust side. Tail shaft speed sensor. Knock sensors. All the injectors. Plug wire. Hell yeah. There's a computer. So, project next is get the clutch off of here and get it on the stand and get the bell housing off. Might take off the rear cover as well. Got a new main seal, or I mean I will take it off I guess because I got a new main seal, rear main. And then I'll get the front accessories off, drain the water out, pull the damper, get that on the stand. Then I can get the calipers and rotors and wheel speed sensors out of here. Remove the shocks and the springs. Disconnect my steering rack and pull that out so I can clean it up. And then pull this stabilizer sway bar off so I can get new mounts and clean that up as well. This is going to get painted and shined up along with the sway bar brackets under here. That one and that one. Girlfriend is currently shoveling the remainder of the driveway, which is great. Secret to a happy relationship. Get a hard-working girlfriend. She just got home and she still wants to shovel. Don't worry, I'll help her. But yeah, good stuff. I may do a little time lapse when I get the clutch off and get the motor on the stand. We'll see. But yeah, then it's a little more breaking down here. Some removal on the front, some removal on the back, and some removal of the carpet. And then we'll go over parts review. Then it's a lot of cleaning. Then I get my cylinder heads back. And then the fun stuff keeps going. Wiring, plumbing, reassembly, all that fun stuff.
No turnovers for the Chiefs in the last.
All right, folks. We'll see how much further I go tonight. We do got to go, or I am going to dinner later, I believe. So, yeah, good progress so far. Engine looks great. Whoa! There's some dollies there. Not very good light right here, but they still got all the cross hatching in them. There's some carbon on top. When I clean the gaskets, I'll buff off the top of the pistons as well. Still gotta get the valley cover off, get the cam out. Oil pan comes off. But yeah, I'd say we're the lion's share of the way there. Also, the Northern Tool, what's the brand on this puppy? The Strong Way engine hoist. Awesome. That plus the Ironton 1,000 pound stand. I got both of these puppies for $200 or $225 shipped. Thanks, Northern Tool. And this little leveler was, I think, $35 on sale at Harbor Freight. So yeah, good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trucking. It's been a good day so far. Not working too hard. Low hanging fruit. Oh, here's all the stuff from the top end. the rocker pedestals. I got all the lifters in there with their trays. Got the push rods down there and all the rockers. So those are gonna get saved for the Grand Prix. Valve covers need to get cleaned up. I think the vent might need to be slightly modified for the new rockers that I got, but that's a later issue. We'll solve that. One more bolts here. She's been good. All right, guys. Keep on wrenching. All right, garage fans. The driveway is clear. Mother Nature will do the rest. And I am indeed going out to dinner, so we're gonna pause it here for today, and we'll get back after. Oh, got the engine on the stand. I'll just leave this for now. Probably just lower it down, get it out of the way, so we can bring the Subi inside. Wheel this out of the way under the car. Tomorrow we'll finish taking it apart, and we'll get our clutch off. And our rear main seal, or rear plate or whatever with the seal in it, and get this bad boy on the stand. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun stuff tomorrow. Hey, there we are, Vikes, number 3, rank of power, excellent. So, I'll leave you guys for tonight. And if anyone is in need of a set of Konies and BMRs, BMR springs and Koni shocks, let me know, because they'll be coming off before too long. I gotta do something about these bump stops. All right, guys. Woo! Catch you later. Next time in my girlfriend's garage.